Hello, my wonderful Taurus. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay, so we have the World card on the bottom of the deck here, and we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. I definitely see this as like some sort of a major shift here, whether it's energetic or there's quite literally like a cycle or a pattern that's ending in your life. But the World card and the King of Pentacles could even be some sort of like major shift when it comes to your stability or your career here. Okay. The World card could also be symbolic for a long distance union. So someone that you are possibly connecting with specifically online. Like there's some sort of physical distance between the both of you. That's only for some of you though. So let's start off by seeing how you're being viewed this week. Okay, King of Swords. Some of you may have air placements in your chart, okay? It doesn't have to be the case, but, this person is definitely viewing you as detached, or there's a little bit of a... Because the King of Swords is a very truthful energy. It's when you're being very logical about a situation, but you're accepting a situation for what it is. So this could be someone where they feel like you were a little more open-minded in the past, or you would give this person like the benefit of the doubt about certain things in the past. But this is a week where they feel like you know the truth about something and you're standing by it. There's no backtracking, there's no turning around. And they may also feel like you're a bit detached. Like, even if you're communicating with them, maybe you're not communicating with them as consistently, or you're not communicating with them the same way that you used to, in terms of like they feel some sort of an energetic shift. Okay, so we have the Sun card and we have the Ace of Swords in the challenge position. It seems to me, Taurus, that there is some sort of truth that this person is going to reveal. Okay, so again, energies are fluid, so this could be something that has already happened, but those two cards are not really, they're actually very positive energies, but they're coming up in the challenge position. So that's why it's a little bit contradicting here. It's like, this person may feel like some sort of truth needed to come out, so it's a good thing that it did, but then it could have really affected the dynamic between the both of you, so they could feel like that's the con of it. So there's a little bit of a bittersweet feeling associated with some sort of clarity here. And with the Sun card as well as the Ace of Swords, I feel like this is someone who is looking at the connection with you and feeling like there's a lot they're figuring out about themselves, about you. The Sun is all about what's being illuminated to you. And the Ace of Swords could also be read as like a breakthrough. But the other definition for the Ace of Swords is it may require you to sacrifice or leave something behind in order to truly have what you desire. So this person could feel like, okay, I now know what I need to release, or I now know what I need to do, but I'm having difficulty doing it. It's like they feel like there's something here they can say or do that would, result in a breakthrough in this dynamic. But because it's coming up in the challenge position, this is what they're feeling challenged by. It doesn't feel easy to do this very thing or say this very thing, is how it's coming through to me. How are you viewing them? The Nine of Cups. You do believe this is someone who makes you very happy, but you may also be questioning their intentions, or you feel like this person makes decisions solely based off of themselves. And like, what I mean by that is Nine of Cups could be like a very independent or self-fulfilled energy. Could even be read as a little bit like a selfish energy. So you may feel like they're not really taking your emotions into consideration, or this is someone who does what they want to do when they want to do it, when they feel like doing it. And as much as that's great, you may feel like in a partnership it's not, because you don't feel like your emotions are being considered, or you could feel misunderstood in one way or another. Because you're viewing this person as, yes, you make me very happy, but there's also an energy of, I feel like you're only looking out for yourself, or I feel like you're only thinking about yourself. And in the challenge position, we have an energy of knowing what to do, or knowing what can cause a change, but struggling with actually doing it or taking the necessary steps. So we have the Ace of Wands in your feelings, and we have the Empress. For some of you, this could be fairly new. We have two aces. We have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. I'm going to clarify to see, but we have the Empress as well in your feelings, which is, you're not doing the pursuing, Taurus. And this is not just about you knowing what you bring to the table or knowing your worth, even though the Empress is associated with that. I feel like you're kind of just allowing things to unfold, allowing things to happen. But what I see is, you're not doing the pursuing this week, even though you feel very passionate towards this person, even though you feel very excited to communicate with them. It's like you want to see what this person's about or what they are going to offer you. And you're not really forcing anything to happen. You're just, allowing things to happen, going with the flow here. Some of you may have children of your own with the Empress card. We have the Five of Swords in your feelings, okay? And the Knight of Pentacles. So the speed or of this progress or the pace of this connection could be something that feels a bit conflicting for you. And the Five of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles in your feelings, Taurus, this has a lot to do with you being very premeditated, right? Knight of Pentacles is like, okay, thinking about everything that you say or do thoroughly, thinking about, how this is going to impact the person that you're speaking to, how this is going to impact your future. But what could be very conflicting is, you are not, like, there's an energy where you feel like you can't just, um, even if you want things to happen quickly, there's something that is telling you to be patient. So the reason why you feel conflicted is, you want to see more progress, but you also feel like you have to do things in a very diligent or patient manner here. But there's definitely something about the pace of this bond that is feeling very conflicting for you. Whether it's you feel things have been stagnant for a while, whether it's you feel like it's very on and off, or very start and stop, and that's something that you're not fond of. But I do see it as you going through a lot of mental conflict this week. I don't feel like it's something that you're being vocal about. Instead, it's just like something that's impacting you on a mental level. And you're like, okay, I really want to figure this out, or I really want to, find a solution to what I'm facing when it comes to this connection here. So we have the Page of Wands clarifying the Sun card. I do see communication making you very happy this week, Taurus. So this could just be like, Sun card and the Page of Wands, you and this person conversing back and forth, whether it's, in person, phone calls, text messages, but it's just communication that makes you very excited. Okay. And that could be the reason why you want things to progress much more quickly than they are. And then we have this Strength card clarifying the Ace of Swords. Yeah. As much as you guys could be communicating, and things could feel like they're smooth sailing, there's definitely something this person wants to say, or knows if they say it that it will change the dynamic here, but they're struggling to do that very thing. Because a strength card, that's why I clarified the Ace of Swords. The strength card is clarifying the Ace of Swords, which means this person is still held back or holding back when it comes to something in particular. Even if they're speaking to you, Taurus, there could be something that they're just not comfortable, speaking about. Even though they feel like it would change something in this dynamic, that's something that they're very, very much struggling to do this week, is what I see. And there could even be something that this person is going through, but they're not willing to open up about it until they feel like they have it under control. Because I do almost see like a very, like a numb kind of energy, or someone masking how they really feel. And it's not to say that they're not going to make their emotions towards you known. I do see them communicating with you, and there could be a bit of flirting, there could be, emotional expression, but you may feel an energy of them being held back, or not feeling comfortable with speaking about something that they're facing or going through, is what I'm getting at here. You guys definitely could be dealing with a Leo. And here's the thing, Taurus. I also feel like there may be something this person wants to communicate to you, but they feel like it would result in you not wanting to speak to them, or it would result in you at least setting some sort of boundaries with them. So like if it's a truth, right? Maybe they're looking at it like, well, Taurus is definitely not going to speak to me as much as they do now, or they're not going to speak to me at all. Like they're assuming that it's going to create some sort of emotional distance between the both of you. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups in their feelings, and we have the Ten of Wands. It seems to me that they're viewing their emotions as a burden, or they are not able to accept how they feel. Like Knight of Cups is this person acknowledging that, okay, I do have emotions for Taurus. I do feel very deeply towards Taurus to the point where I want to tell them and I want to be open about it. But the Ten of Wands is when something feels very tedious or something feels like it's going to take a lot of work, or plain and simple, it just feels very heavy. So it's like they can't help how they feel towards you, but their emotions are bringing them down this week, or they're having a hard time accepting those emotions and being okay with it. It almost seems to me like this person is falling for you or developing emotions and they're aware of that, but they almost wish they were not, or they're trying to make sense of their emotions. And there's something about like opening up or confessing to you that feels very, very heavy for them to do, or very difficult for them to do. And it doesn't necessarily mean, fearing a response, but it could also be someone who kind of struggles when it comes to emotional intimacy. So it may be where it's like, I want Taurus to know how I feel, but opening up emotionally for me has been so difficult, or that's something that I've always struggled with. So we have the Hermit. Some of you could be dealing with the Virgo and the Seven of Swords. What's the Seven of Swords? The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. There's definitely something that this person wants to come clean about, but they're struggling with doing that this week. It's not to say that they're never going to come clean about it, but the Hermit, the Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles is specifically keeping something away from you until they feel ready to speak about it, or being isolated and being held back from you because they know there's something here that has resurfaced, or something that they want to tell you but they can't. They feel like they can't this week. Like, it's a very repetitive message, but it's like, okay, I want to tell Taurus this because it's the right thing to do, but I don't know how that's going to impact the connection, so I'm not going to say it at all. And in order to emotionally confess to you, they're also going to have to be truthful about something that they have going on, or something that occurred in the past. So it's like they can't have one without the other. Even if they want to tell you how they feel, they're going to have to admit to something. So in their feelings, what I see is like, not only struggling with doing that, but like they're viewing you as an ideal partner. They're viewing you as someone where they could have something very stable with you. But it's going to require them to open up. Excuse me, it's going to require them to open up about their emotions, as well as possibly something else that they're dealing with here. And that could be something that they're, struggling with, where it's like, okay, I don't want to speak about this very thing, but I really want Taurus to know how I feel. So that's why you may find, if this person's communicating with you, there are days where they're very isolated or keeping to themselves. And that's because they're thinking about something and it's mentally impacting them, but they're having a hard time doing something about it. I also see with the Hermit, the Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords doesn't always have to be dishonesty. It could also just be someone who's being very strategic. So, like waiting for the right time to open up about something, being very strategic in terms of picking the right words and picking how they're going to explain something to you. Okay. The Hanged Man and the potential outcome, okay? And the Nine of Wands. What's the Hanged Man? The Eight of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Two of Swords, yeah. I mean, I see this like very mentally stuck energy that is going to continue. Because in the potential outcome with the Hanged Man and the Nine of Wands, that's a very stagnant energy to begin with. The second thing with the Nine of Wands is like there's a blocked energy. Either quite literally someone could be blocked, or it's an energy of I don't know how to get through to the opposing energy. Then we have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords, which is feeling very mentally stuck. The Eight of Swords is usually when you feel mentally stuck because it's something that you're telling yourself. So this person, you may feel like, them expressing some sort of truth is not going to impact you, but if they are building it up to the point where they feel like it's going to ruin the connection between the both of you in their mind, basically what I'm getting at here is the situation could seem a lot worse in this person's mind than the reality of it. And what I see is someone having a shift in perspective, but I don't see them opening up to you right away about what's impacting them. And I know that's not what all of you want to hear, but I still see like a mentally stuck energy continuing, even if they're communicating with you. There's something in particular that they're not ready to speak about this week. Three of Cups, High Priestess. They could be keeping another connection, another partnership to themselves, okay? Or for others of you, it's a lifestyle here. There's something that they're still dabbling in, something here that they're still doing, that they're working through. But like High Priestess is like a very silent energy. You may intuitively know what they're dealing with, but this is about them not being vocal about it. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.